Hi there, this is Veronica. Today I'll be making a large tote bag. First, print out the pattern and make them into templates. I've got a few requests about making a larger tote bag that has much more capacity. So here we are. The leather I'm using is chrome 10 leather. Chrome 10 leather is softer and it allows more stretchiness when you open the bag. It lets you to open the bag much wider than using vegetable tan leather. First, we're going to make the base. Cut all 4 corners on the templates of the inner rectangle and use that to draw the guideline on the back of the leather. This guideline is where the edge is going to fold into. Apply glue on the outside of the inner rectangle, then fold the leather in onto the guideline. In the middle of the base, I attached a piece of stiffener on, and this will give the base more structure, and the size of it is the same size as the inner rectangle. Then I trim off all 4 corners where the leather overlaps to make the curve, and I trim off the overlapped part to make it flat. Then I press these in between boards. Then I punch 4 holes according to the templates for the back feet. Install the back feet. Then I use fabric tape on the back to prevent the metal part to scratch the liner. We're done with the base for now, and now we're going to make the square ring attachments. First, you cut a piece of leather strip that the length is a bit wider than the template and the width is twice as wide as the template. Then glue the leather strip into the center line. I press all the strips in between boards as well. Then cut all these strips according to the template, and I also finish all the edges. This is what they look like. Then we will punch the holes for the rivets. Install the square ring and fold the attachments in half. And we'll have total of 4. On top of the main panel, draw the guideline where the attachments are going to be, and glue and stitch them on. I use glue, stitching, and rivets for these attachments, because these are the parts that's going to hold all the weight of the bag and whatever goes inside. Finish attaching the attachments on both of the main panels. Then we will attach the main panels together. And here's one thing to be noted is that one leather should be going on the other one on both sides. And this way the handle was staying centered. So just simply overlap the side onto the other, then glue and stitch them up. Then we will have a thick loop of leather. Moving on, we're going to attach that to the base. Be sure to make the center line on all 4 sides. Then on top of the loop, I draw a guideline at the bottom where it's going to attach to the base. The base is going to be attached on top of the main part. Make sure the center lines are aligned, then glue the base onto the main panels. Here I wrote down the main panels to make it easier for stitching, and sew the whole base up. Unroll the main bag and you can just add a handle and coat it. But we're going to take one step further. We're going to make the liners. Before we make the liners, there's one part that you might notice that on the templates, there is an additional square part on top of the main panel. And that part is for magnet snaps. And because I wanted to use different type of leather, so I cut 2 additional squares instead. To use a different type of leather, you will cut the square a bit longer to attach to the main panel. Then attach the magnet snaps on, then attach the leather to the main panels. For the liners, there's a lot of potentials for you to create multiple pockets, dividers, and even zipper pockets. But here I'm just going to show you the most simple way of making a liner. So we're going to have 2 large rectangles, that's the size of the main panels, and 1 strips, that's the size of the inner rectangle of the base. First, attach the base piece to the bottom of the main panel fabric. Then attach the sides of the 2 main panels. Then fold up the corners and sew them up. And that was it for the most basic liner of this bag. I also drew a guideline according to the templates on the inside of the leather, And this line is where the top edge of the fabric is going to be glued to. I also drew a guideline on the fabric where the leather edge is going to fold into. Then I used a scrap piece of a construction paper to help drawing the guideline on the fabric. Then we will apply glue and attach the leather edge in. Moving on, we're going to make the handles. We'll be using the same technique that we're going to cut the leather strips that's twice the width of the handle template. Then we fold the leather edge in towards the center line. Also clamp them in between the boards to make them flat. Then I cut both of the straps at the same time to make sure they have the same length. Then I use the templates on each end to make the cuts for them to fit in the square ring. I pre-punched all the holes before attaching the handles to the square rings, so I made sure that the holes are aligned when attaching them together. Now the bag is pretty much done, then I decided to sew up the top edge of the main bag. And I think this gives it a more finished look and also makes it more durable. And now we have a tote bag with a large capacity. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.